Hey, what's up everybody? How you guys doing? What's up Power Family? How you guys doing? What's up everybody else? How you guys doing? This is the Power 99 FM here, and today I'm gonna bring you a video of my ultimate entertainment center setup for 2017. I previously did a ultimate desk setup for 2017, so if you haven't checked that out, the video will be inside the description down below and at the end credits as well. So if you haven't checked it out, feel free to check it out, and if you have, thank you so much. So this video is going to be kind of long and kind of in-depth, just like the other video. So grab a drink, grab some popcorn, grab some Doritos, sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video with the Power 99 FM. I'm gonna go from top to bottom, and this is going to be a tour of my ultimate entertainment center setup for 2017. So up top you see a 60-inch 2009 Panasonic Plasma. I got this TV off a friend of mine for a really good price. In case anyone doesn't know, if you're new to my channel, I previously had a 46-inch LCD Sony Bravia TV made in 2011. It was the best TV I have ever gotten and I have ever owned in my life, and it will always have a special place in my heart. I got that TV at Best Buy for 800 bucks, and it was on sale. I got it back in 2011 when it came out. I don't have it in the Boston because I didn't make videos back then. That's why I never made an unboxing of that TV. I should have made an unboxing of the TV. I just never thought about making unboxing videos back then. But now looking back on it, I kind of wish I did a unboxing of that TV back then. But oh well, time goes on. So long story short, was a friend of mine needed that TV because he didn't have a TV, so I helped him out and I sold it to him for a really good price of around $400, I do believe. And another friend of mine gave me this TV for a really good price of around $250, I do believe. And this TV is really good. I have to say, I really do like this TV a lot, and it serves me well, and it has served me well since the day I got it back in 2014. It's kind of old, but it is kind of still good, and I really do like this TV. It has good picture, great sound, great picture, great sound. The inputs, all the inputs work on the TV. The TV is great. I will be replacing this TV pretty soon, in the next few years or year. For now, whenever I can find a good price on the TV, I get it. Because I don't like to spend loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of stupid money on all this technology. I like to look for sales and deals. Wherever I can find a sale or deal on, I get. I don't look to spend loads of ridiculous amounts on cash on all this technology, because tech is expensive today, and I really don't look to spend a lot of money on all this tech. So I will be buying myself a new TV sometime in the next few years. The three TVs I'm looking at right now is a 55-inch Vizio TV 4K, a 65-inch 4K Samsung TV, or a 55-inch 4K Sony Bravia TV, or a 46-inch or 50-inch 4K Hisense TV. Speaking of the Hisense TV real quick, I did do one in Boston a while ago, back in August of 2014, on a 40-inch Hisense TV, LED. It was really nice. It was a really nice TV, but it was kind of too small for me to use as a TV because I'm used to using big screen TVs or semi-big screen TVs, hence a 46-inch TV. And the 40-inch TV was kind of too small for me to use as a TV. That's why I sold it to another friend of mine for a really good price. I did do an unboxing of that TV. It has about 33 or 34,000 views. I'm gonna post the link inside the description so you guys can check out that TV if you so do want to. It was a really nice TV and I really did enjoy it when I had it. I think I had it for like 2 or 3 months. It was really nice though. I really did like that TV a lot. But this TV is about 5 times better than my Sony Bravia TV. Not just the bigger screen, because there's more inputs. It has 2 component, 3 HDMI, and 2 composites, and 1 PC input for VGA. But I don't use VGA. I use another input to get that PowerMac G5 display on the TV. But I haven't used it in a while. That's going to be replaced soon. I'm gonna tell you what I'm going to be replacing that with in a minute. But all in all, this is a really nice TV. I really do enjoy it, and I think it has 1 or 2 USB inputs as well, if I remember correctly. Up here, this is a Wii sensor bar for my Wii system, my Wii 1, as I call it, or Wii 1. There's the Wii right there. Yeah, see, there's right there. There's the Wii. There's the Wii right there. It's plugged in and all that. I just don't use it per se. For right now, it is plugged in. I just don't really use it all that much. This up here is a Bluetooth headset. I have about 10 Bluetooth headsets. Headphones. I have about 10 Bluetooth headphones. This is another Bluetooth headphones. I have 10 of these Bluetooth headphones. I have a lot of Bluetooth headphones. Before I go any further, I just want to say everything is all the wires and stuff, they are all zip tied. See, I don't know if you guys can see that, but see that green the green zip tie. See, all the wires back behind my entertainment center are all zip tied. They're all zip tied. I have about 80 zip ties on my entertainment center because I zip tied all the wires to make them all nice and neat. And then I used about 80 more zip ties on my computer desk setup. I used about 80 more zip ties on there to get that all zip tied up and nice and neat. So 80 zip ties over there on that computer desk setup. I didn't mention that in my last video. I forgot to mention that. But I have 80 zip ties over there to make all the wires nice and neat. And then I have about 80 zip ties over here to make the wires all nice and neat. And I'm using about 140 so zip ties all together. I do believe 140 or 160 zip ties all together to make this entertainment center and my computer setup all nice and neat. To hide all the wires and to just tighten the wires and make sure they're all tightened and together and there's no loosey-goosiness going on here. Because I take pride in my work. I don't do any sloppy work. Even though my entertainment center is kind of dusty, I have to dust this off after the video because the dust is driving me crazy. So I have to do that after the video ends. I have to dust this entertainment center at least every 3 to 6 months because the dust just piles on and just gets to be overwhelming. But I have to do that after the video ends. I just want to make this video so I can get this out here as quick as I possibly can. So over here, here, let me turn the TV off. Okay, so as you can see over here, this is underneath the 2009 Panasonic Plasma TV is a soundbar. This is a iSound soundbar. I got this back in 2015. I have this hooked up to my Panasonic Plasma TV. It's hooked up to my Panasonic Plasma TV that I use for the TV speakers when I need to, when I like to. Well, when I like to say when the mood strikes are fancy, that's when I use my iSound soundbar speakers on my Panasonic TV. But other than that, I really don't use the Panasonic speakers or the iSound soundbar speakers. I tend to use my Sony receiver, which I'll show you in a minute. So over here we have a Ford Mustang car. We have a Halloween decoration. We have the Xbox One Connect. I don't really use the Connect. I'm not really all into the Connect. I'd rather just use the controller. Sometimes the voice commands are good, but I'd rather just use a controller. That is a silver car. That's a PS4 camera. That's a Chevy Silverado. And that's another Halloween decoration. And that's a quirk, quirk symbol right there. I found it outside. That's pretty cool. So let's go down here. This is a PlayStation 3. I don't really use this PS3 anymore. So it just sits there and collects dust, as you can see. That right there is a man, that's dusty. I have to clean that too. That right there is a remote for the PS4, I do believe. No, that's for the Xbox One. That's the Xbox One remote control. This is a Wii U right here. I really don't use the Wii U all that much. I haven't even set up the Wii U. It's all plugged in and all that, but I just haven't even set up the Wii U. The Wii U is not even set up. I didn't go through the setup process. I'm not going to. It's just sit there and collect dust. As you can see, inside joke. You know, but I mean, I will use it one of these days. But I'm looking to get myself a Nintendo Switch more than anything right now. The Wii U is pretty much a dead system in my eyes. That right there is a Linux router right up there. That right there is a PS4 remote for the PS4 system right there. And those are some other Bluetooth headphones right there. And then this right here is a Logitech K400 Plus hooked up to my Xbox One. That right there is a Verizon Vios DVR cable box, but I don't use Verizon. I don't use cable. I just use internet. I just use Netflix and that's pretty much it. Amazon Video. I don't watch cable TV anymore. I haven't really watched cable TV since about 2008. There's really no need for that anymore. Yeah, this Logitech K400 Plus is hooked up to this Xbox One. Right here down below, as you can see on top of the Xbox One, those are two external hard drives right there for my games. And then this is a Apple TV, 3rd generation, hooked up to my Xbox One. See all the cables right there, all nice and neat. And this right here is a Sony receiver. I think this receiver was made back in 2010 or 2011, maybe 2008, or maybe 2007. I don't know when this receiver was made, but it was made a while ago. It's a Sony receiver. I have about 4 receivers. It's a Sony receiver. Right there. I haven't used it, but I will use it probably someday. And on top of that is a Sony Blu-ray player. This Sony Blu-ray player is great, man. I love the Sony Blu-ray player. This Sony Blu-ray player works flawlessly. I love this Sony Blu-ray player. I love it. This Sony Blu-ray player is so good. And it's resting on top of the Sony receiver. I have four receivers. I have 3 Sony receivers, and I have 1 2006 Pioneer receiver. If you guys remember my 2006 Pioneer receiver, comment below if you guys remember my 2006 Pioneer receiver. It's been a while since I talked about that. Comment below if you guys remember that. I will make another video on my 2006 Pioneer receiver. I do have it. I just haven't used that in a while. At least a good 3 years since I've seen it. Comment below if you guys want to see that 2006 Pioneer receiver, and I'll make another video. Because I used that receiver for years. That receiver was with me for at least 10 or 11 years. I love that receiver. That receiver was great. I loved it until I got my 2 Sony HCR DH5500 receivers. This up here is a Wii U sensor bar for the Wii U. And that right back there is a Verizon Fios Quantum router for Verizon Fios. I love Verizon Fios, but it's kind of a little bit tad expensive, but you know, it is worth it, man. It's better than Comcast, man. I hate Comcast. Comcast sucks. I really don't like Comcast at all. This right here is my 3rd 2009 Toshiba laptop. I have 3 of these. I have 3 of those 2009 Toshiba laptops. That's my 3rd one. They each have their own different problems. I would make a video, like I said in my last video, I would make a video on these 3 Toshiba laptops, and I would detail what problems they individually have, because they all have their own problems. And I will make a video on that really soon when I have the time. Don't worry, it's going to come eventually. I won't let you guys down. It's going to come eventually. I'm gonna make a video on that, on 3 of those Toshiba laptops, and when I go over each one, because it will be a real interesting video to make sometime soon. It's going to come, don't worry guys, I'm gonna make it. This is a 2009 Power Mac G5 right here, PowerPC. It has 7 GB of DDR2 RAM, 666 megahertz PowerPC chip, and it has Leopard 10.5.8 Leopard PowerPC, and it has an Apple SuperDrive up top, and it has about 4 USB inputs, 3 in the back, 1 in the front, and a FireWire 400 port in the front, and 2 FireWire ports in the back. 1 FireWire 400 in the back, 1 FireWire 800 port in the back, and then so it has 3 FireWire inputs. It has 1 FireWire 800 in the back and 2 FireWire inputs 400. So it has 2 FireWire 400s, 1 in the back, 1 in the front, and then the third FireWire port 800 in the back. So that's a PowerMac G5. I have it hooked up to my TV. I have hooked up through HDMI to DVI. I put HDMI in the back of the HDMI 3 input, and then I put DVI in the back of the PowerMac G5, so I can run it off there, the display, so I can see the display overall. But I haven't used it in a while. If you guys want to see a tour of that PowerMac G5, I can do that too, but I haven't used it in about 4 years, 3 or 4 years. So if you want to see a tour of it, let me know, and we can see a tour of that as well. But I wouldn't mind turning on again to use it. Speaking of that, I will be replacing this PowerMac G5 with a 2009 Mac Pro. It's gonna happen sometime next year. I'm gonna put 2009 Mac Pro in here, and then I'm gonna take out the PowerMac G5 and put 2009 Mac Pro in here, and then I'm gonna put the PowerMac G5 in storage for safekeeping, so it doesn't get ruined. Because these are really hard to find nowadays in good condition. This one is in semi good condition. The lead down in the bottom is broken off. Well, kind of broken, as you can see right there. It's kind of falling off. I'm gonna try to solder that on and fix that up when I can. The handle, not that handle, but the handle in the back. Well, not the handles up top. The handle down in the bottom is kind of bent as well, because when it got shipped, the handles got damaged, so it's kind of a dent in the handle. It's kind of like a little dent in the handle. They do get damaged through ship, and that's why people don't like to ship these the Macs, because the handles get easily damaged. You have to package these Macs like really good so the handles don't get all messed up and all loosey goosey and all like rolling and all like complete crap. You have to handle the these Macs with care, so the handles don't get damaged on them, because when they do, it's like almost nearly impossible to fix it again unless you get new parts for the Mac, or you solder on the ports, the handles by banging into them, and you solder them back on in place, which I will be doing in another video when I get the 2009 Mac Pro. I'm going to take out the PowerMac G5 and I'm gonna fix the handles and solder them back on. I'll make a video about that too when I have the time to make one. I'm gonna do that too. That'll be a really cool video as well. This up here is a Bluetooth speaker up here. Well, Bluetooth headphones. And then those back there are two speakers right there, just two like USB speakers back there. And that right there is Bluetooth headphones. I have about 10 of these Bluetooth headphones. I have a lot of them. This right here is a bunch of miscellaneous items up here. My Logitech cord for my Logitech 2500 series MS Master Mouse, and then 2 or 3 HDMI sender cables with a bunch of other miscellaneous items in there. That's really cool. That trash can is really nice. It reminds me of the 2013 Trash Can Mat Pro, because the 2013 Trash Can Mat Pro is a piece of trash. So it reminds me of that. I just don't like the 2013 Trash Can Mat Pro. I would never get one in my life. I just don't like the design. I think the design is garbage. I just would never get one. If I had the 2013 Trash Can Mat Pro, what I would do is I would make a video about it, and then I would sell the damn thing for like $2,000 or $3,000. I wouldn't keep it because I don't like the Trash Can Mat Pro at all. I just think it's horrible. I just don't like the design at all. I'm just not a very big fan of it. That right there is a HP computer. Right there, it's a 2003 HP. It has Windows SP on it. It's a 2003 HP computer. It's really nice. It has 2 GB of RAM, Intel Core 2 Duo or Core Duo processor, or it might have an Intel Centrino processor. I'm not sure. I haven't turned that on in ages, but I know kind of the specs offhand. I remember a little bit kind of them. That right there is a 6-port USB charger, so I can charge all my devices, my tablets, my headphones, my Bluetooth headphones, my phones, everything. That's really handy. And then I guess we go right here. This right here is a 30-inch Apple Cinema display right here. It's not really broken per se. It just needs a new power supply put on it, and the power brick, and the power brick cord, which is all kind of expensive. So it's probably just to sit here and look pretty until I can either find a use for it or kind of fix it myself. The little tab right here is coming off too, you see. So I have to fix that as well. Yeah, so I don't know. I might just eventually end up throwing this away. I don't know if I want to bother fixing this display, but I mean, I'll probably just keep it until I can get myself another Apple Cinema display. It is my first Apple Cinema display, so I mean, that is something that came with my PowerMac G5. So I might just end up keeping it a little while longer. I have kept it now for about 2 or 3 years. I think about 3 years I've had this for. Eventually I'll probably get around to fixing it eventually. I'll make a video when I do. That would be a really cool video too. That's a wired headset right there, but I don't use wires. I don't really like wires. I'm all about that Bluetooth nowadays, man. That Bluetooth, I'm all about that Bluetooth, man. I love Bluetooth headphones. I'm all about that Bluetooth. This right here is all my games. I have about 15 Xbox One games on disc, and I have about 12 or 14 PS4 or 15 PS4 games on disc. and I have 3 Wii U games up there, and that's the Gremlins, for the Gremlins. I'm lucky I found that. I can't believe I found that. I'm lucky I did, so I grabbed it when I could find it. I just happened to stumble upon it. This right here is a Wii U gamepad, some more Bluetooth headphones. You know, I told you, man, I'm all about that Bluetooth, man. I'm all about that Bluetooth. I have about 10 to 12 Bluetooth headphones. I love Bluetooth, man. I'm all about that Bluetooth. That right there is a PS4 right there. I have, just as a rundown, I have 2 PS4s. I have 4 Xbox Ones, 3 Xbox One S's, and 1 big fat Xbox One, and I have 2 Xbox 360, 1 Elite and 1 Xbox 360 Slim. And then that right there is another Verizon Virus DVR cable box. And then down here is my Sony XDR DH5500 receiver that I have 5 speakers and 1 subwoofer hooked up to it, so I get the 5.1 surround sound, and that's a Sony Universal Remote. And those are my Xbox Ones, and PS4s and 360 controllers right down there. And that Insignia microphone is hooked up to that PowerMac G5. And this right here is my center speaker. Fun fact is I've had this center speaker since about 2007 or 2008. Fun fact for you guys, in case you guys don't know, if you go back to my first video I ever uploaded on this channel, go back and see my custom TV room 1 video. The link will be inside the description down below for easiest access to that video. I put the link inside the description. This center speaker was inside that video, and that's how long it's been since I've had the center speaker. This isn't really a center speaker, but I use it as a center speaker. It's supposed to be a rear speaker, but I use it as a center speaker because I didn't have a center speaker at the time, but I do now. I have a Sony official center speaker right there. It's an official Sony speaker. It's really nice. It's an official Sony speaker. It's really nice. And when I get my new TV, I'm gonna hook up that Sony center speaker to the TV, to the receiver when I do get myself a new TV. But for now, that's my realistic center speaker. And then these are my my big powerhouse front speakers. I have a Fisher speaker up there, Pioneer speaker right there, and then the big old Fisher speaker right there. And then I have a Fisher speaker up top, Pioneer speaker in the middle, and a big old Fisher speaker down in the bottom. So I have these powerhouse front speakers in the front right there, and then plus with the center speaker. And then in the back I have my bass speakers. I have my Emerson speaker up top right there, and then I have my Kenwood speakers down in the bottom right there. And then I have my good old reliable Sony SAW 2500 series auto switch on off subwoofer. That subwoofer is a 10-inch subwoofer. It's pretty good. It's okay for the bass. Sometimes it doesn't really detect the bass all that well, but sometimes it does. What you have to do is you have to turn the volume up in the back all the way up, and then turn the hertz in the middle, and then you get a nice even bass. But sometimes it detects the really low bass, but sometimes it doesn't detect the really low bass. But it does work. So it is a really good Sony subwoofer. That's why I have 3 of these. It's really good. I do like it. That's why I have 3 of them. I have one of them hooked up to my to my computer disk setup. I have another one right there, another Sony SAW2500 series subwoofer. But then I have 2 more. I have another one right there, and I have another one right there. That's the boss. The bosses are right there, and there. So I have 4 of them. I have 4 Sony SAW2500 series subwoofers, and that's not too bad. Someday, what I'm gonna do someday is I'm gonna crack open one of those bosses, and I'm gonna put another Sony SAW2500 series on this entertainment center. So I'm gonna have 2 Sony 10-inch SAW2500 series subwoofers on this entertainment center setup sometime, because these I have 2 of them. These Sony SCR DH5500 receivers can have 2 subwoofers hooked up to them, and that is really cool. So that concludes this entertainment center tour of this 2017 Ultimate Entertainment Center setup. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe for more. And thank you everybody for watching and sharing and liking and all that and all that good stuff. Thank you everybody so much for subscribing to me and everything, and helping me grow. And thank you everybody, Power Family, so much for 312 Power Family members. Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. And this is the Power 99 FM here, saying peace and stay classy, yo. I'll see you in the next one. Peace, Power Family.